We've all had a first day on the job. You get there, you're nervous. You think, what if I screw this up? What if everything goes wrong? Like, people panic. And you've got good reason to. Because to err is human, to forgive is not company policy. That's a quote that I've got to agree with, just from my experience. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how companies forgive or don't forgive, depending on how far up the food chain you are. I'm going to start off talking about low-level employees, my experiences at the bottom of the rung, and a few other people's, and then how it goes to middle management, and then people at the top. Here we go. Is human. So, my dad, when he was working at a bank, he was low-level, he was working at the checkout, not checkout, the teller. He was a teller in a bank. He had to do international bank transfers. And he had an issue where he was converting yen to pounds, and he moved the decimal place 2 points along. It ended up costing the bank about, I don't know, thousands of pounds. I don't have the exact figures still in my memory. But that error was not forgiven. He was quickly shown the door the next day, wasn't allowed to return. When I was working at a bar, it was my part-time job at university. We had to clear glasses and put them in this big stacking machine to get them clean. There was this rack and pin system, and there was a girl there on her first day. She wasn't listening to any of the instructions. She didn't put the pins in the thing. So when we turned the machine on, the whole stack just fell down and the glasses crushed each other. Again, that was an error that was not forgiven. She was showing the door. Okay, so that's life at the bottom of the food chain. Let's move up a step. When I was working at a wine shop, my manager at the time, she constantly made errors. She was always hiring stupid people who didn't turn up, didn't follow the rules, didn't really care, they got the job done. But she was going through the company budget on overtime all the time, getting people into cover, but she managed to keep her job. It was finally when she was found to be taking the vintage bottles of wine out to friends and families parties, that error was found, and then she was gone. I'm erring. It's very human though, you've got to let me on. When you get to the top of the food chain, you go to the management. Look at this. Look at the current situation. We've got the bank bailouts and stuff. These bankers have like screwed the entire world's economy. You know, they've taken this junk, chopped it up and processed it, and basically turned every kind of major developed country's economy into a complete mess. So what happens to them? Do they get forgiven by the company? Well, actually, yes. Yes, they do. You look at the record payouts that have been getting. They've been getting golden parachutes, which means they get like huge retirement bonuses. They've been getting pay rises, despite the fact it's got nothing to do with company policy or the way the company's been run. So to err is human, and it's not company policy to forgive. Seems to work at the bottom rung, but as you get higher up, it doesn't really seem to follow through. As I've shown you through the examples today, with the bottom rung, it's not forgiven. Middle rung, sometimes. Top of the ladder, you're definitely getting off. Okay, thank you.
All right, I like the visualization in the introduction, and you've got a good transition to the topic, a very solid identification of what your point of view is. You lay out the structure for the audience very clearly. It's a basic structure that makes sense for the topic that you're doing, so that's good. I thought that you did good internal transitions on the first couple of points. I didn't think it was quite as distinct on the later points, but the examples that you had were all interesting, and they seemed to fit the point that you were talking about pretty well, and you made them interesting while you're talking about them. You project pretty well. I think you've got okay energy. You're not always as smooth as you could be. Occasionally there's some hesitancies. You go back to the topic note and you look like you're looking for some information there. And as soon as you do that, I think you realize, well, wait a second, there's only 3 steps, and I know what the next step is, so why am I looking back over here for that? And so that looked a little bit awkward. I appreciated some of the gestures and descriptions that you did, although you do turn a little bit to the side, and I got a tendency that you're talking to this side of the room a little bit more than this part of the room. So try and be conscious of that. You're very animated while you're speaking. Your eye contact, sometimes you are looking down and off to the side. You're looking up and we can see your face, but don't forget to engage the audience. It wasn't terrible. I just think you could be a little bit more engaged. And I thought you had a really good summary and that you finished the speech well. Thank you.